Namaste. Welcome to Yoga for Life with Antoni for seniors. Today we're doing somatic yoga, which is about regulating the nervous system. It helps deal with chronic pain and any type of emotional trauma. It's more about body-mind connection than growing stronger. And it also is super helpful for any tightness of the body, especially when it's related to emotions. So for things like chronic fatigue or chronic pain or fibromyalgia, all of those things, arthritis, any of those things, this is going to be for you. I also use this when I was going through the grieving process of losing both of my parents. So anyone who feels the need today, PTS as well, really good because it helps you connect to the body. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm not using a mat today because we're mostly going to be on the floor and we're just going to be kind of exploring. I really want you today to think about this flow as something about connecting to the body and feeling sensations and experiencing today's flow. Please do not worry about perfection in any way, shape, or form. So let's get comfortable. You don't have to sit like me. You sit in any way that makes you feel comfortable. Sitting up tall, even if you need to lean against a wall or sit in a chair. We're going to rest our hands on our lap. You can close your eyes, but if that stresses you out, don't do that. Just gaze softly down at the floor. Don't do anything that brings stress today. Take a big, deep cleansing breath in through the nostrils, and then slowly exhale out of a tiny little hole in your mouth, pursed lips. And again, feel the breath sensation coming in the nose and slowly leaving the mouth. If you can, seal your lips. Don't force it. This time, feeling the sensation in the nostrils, breathing in and out of them. Continue. Now move your attention to the back of your throat. Just feel the breath going up and down the back of your throat. Now shifting your attention into the chest, heart area. Feel the breath filling and emptying the chest. Bringing your attention to your ribs, the sides. Feel the breath expanding out and contracting in of the ribs with each breath. Now moving down into the belly, feel the belly filling and emptying with each breath. We're not forcing, we're just feeling, noticing, sensing, experiencing. No judgment. Next time you inhale, start to open your eyes and then let the breath come out of your mouth with a sigh. Let's do that again, inhaling through the nose deeply into the belly. Let it out of the mouth with an audible sigh. This releases tension from the body. One more time. Resetting the nervous system, regulating, and coming into parasympathetic rest, digest, inhale. We're going to start with some gentle movement of the arms as we inhale. We're just going to sweep those arms overhead, bending the elbows or whatever you need to touch your fingertips. Exhale, releasing your arms to your side. And again, inhale, bringing those arms overhead. This is gentle and it moves with the breath. The vinyasa exhale, bringing your arms to your side. You can exhale through the nostrils or a tiny hole in the mouth. One more time. This simply slows down the breath. And release. We're now going to go into a modified cat-cow. And what we're going to do is as we inhale, we're going to sweep forward, bringing our chest forward and up. And as we exhale, we're going to bring our fingers towards the tops of our knees. We're going to round and lean back. And inhale, sweeping forward. Exhale, stretching back. Let's continue with the flow of the breath. Adding in the chin tucking when you round and lifting when you come forward, if that feels good. And one more time. Then we meet in the center, and now we're going to draw a circle on the ceiling with our head. This is called stirring the pot. Flowing with the breath is important. Inhaling, stirring forward. Exhaling, stirring back. And some people like to add a little cat-cow movement with the spine here. Rounding when you come forward. Arching when you come forward. Rounding when you lean back. Let's draw one more big circle on the ceiling. Feel the sides of the back starting to open up. You feel that? And with your breath, change direction. I want you to pretend your breath is wind and your body is a windmill. And the breath is moving it. The breath is moving it. This is important for somatic yoga. It's called vinyasa, flowing with the breath. Get your neck moving. You might start to feel some releases. You might hear some little cracks. As long as it doesn't hurt, that's fine. And we meet back in the center and just notice already how you feel. And now we're going to bring our arms to the side. Again, you could be sitting in a chair. If you are on the floor and it doesn't hurt your knees, go ahead and exchange the cross of your knee. If this hurts your knee in any way, simply tuck a pillow under it or a rolled up blanket, which I'm going to do because this is my tender knee. And that just takes the pressure off of it. There you go. You should feel comfortable. All right. Arms to your side. Let's sit up tall. In other words, there's a gentle arch in the back, but we're not overly arched, and we're definitely not rounded. If this is difficult, sit in a chair or lean against a wall. Bring your arms softly to your side, fingertips softly touching the floor. And then take a deep inhale with your head right over your shoulders, and then exhale, bring your right ear to your right shoulder, and then I want you to bend that right elbow, releasing your shoulder down and your ear. And then inhale, coming back up, exhaling left ear to left shoulder. Again, the shoulder runs away from the ear by bending the elbow. Let's flow with this. Eyes can be opened or closed. You can exhale through the nostrils or pursed lips, or you can use your Ujjayi throat breathing as well. Be fully aware, experience this movement in the neck and even down the sides of the body. We're going to bring now back in the center on the inhale. We're going to exhale right ear to right shoulder. Right shoulder runs away from your ear. And we're going to gently turn our head towards the ceiling. Breathe up and down the left side of the neck. And then without turning your head, I want you to bring your eyeballs to the far right. And take 3 deep belly breaths. Bring your eyeballs back into the center. Turn your head and just let it hang and release. Take 3 breaths up and down the left side of your neck. Inhale back in the center. Exhale, left ear to left shoulder. Shoulder runs away from the ear. Next time you inhale, turn your head towards the ceiling. Don't go into the place of pain. And then eyes gaze to the far left, as far as you can go. 3 breaths. Complete breath. Eyes center. Release that ear back to the shoulder, head center. Breathe up and down the right side of your neck. Shoulder runs away from the ear on both sides. And back into the center. All right, how do your neck and shoulders feel? Good. And now we're gonna interlace our hands, and on the inhale, we're gonna bring our palms forward. On the exhale, we're gonna bring the arms as far up as you can, and then exhale, release. Inhale, interlace, bring your arms forward. Exhale, bring them overhead, and release. Let's do that a few more times with your breath. Feel the shoulders opening up, feel the neck releasing. Maybe the fronts of your arms, your forearms, and keep flowing with the breath. Never go into pain in yoga, especially in somatic yoga. We're connecting to the feel-good feelings in the body. And again. And feel that movement. So let's start to roll one shoulder back and the other. Back and forth. Let your neck do what it intuitively wants to do. And back in the center. All right, we'll get into shoulder rolls in a minute. We're gonna go ahead and switch the cross of the legs again. Just going back and forth, using that blanket or pillow to support any kind of knee pain. We want no pain. Again, you can move into a chair. All right, now we're gonna do a gentle somatic version of cow face arms. So on the inhale, you're gonna bring your arms out with a big open wide embrace. And then on the exhale, you're gonna bring your right palm to the top of your back. And then the left palm's gonna turn out and go to the lower back. And then inhale out in the center, and exhale, left hand taps the top of your back. Right hand flips back and rides up the back. And let's flow with the breath. Inhaling out, exhaling cow face arms. Inhaling out, exhale other side. Let's do one more on each side, flowing with the breath. And back in the center. And again, feel the range of motion increasing. And now we're gonna do eagle arms. So on the inhale, you bring your arms out. On the exhale, the left hand comes to the right shoulder. And the right hand comes to the left shoulder. And the left arm goes to the right shoulder for a big hug. And inhale, bringing your arms out. Exhale, same movement. Right arm to left shoulder, left arm underneath to right shoulder. Squeeze and inhale, release. Continue doing the same exact movement on the same side. We'll get the left arm later. And inhale and open. Exhale, cross and squeeze and hug. Give yourself a hug. Eyes can be open or looking at a spot ahead of you that's not moving. That's called your dristi. Hug. Release. One more big hug and just keep hugging yourself here. You can even rock for 3 breaths. Tell yourself you're doing a good job. And release. Let's do a few of those fluid cat-cows. Inhaling forward, exhaling back. Again, this can all be done in a chair. One more. But I'll do a chair version after this one. All right. Switch the cross of your legs unless that hurts your knee. And we're going to do the other side. So this time the left arm is going to be on top and the right arm underneath. Inhale, open wide. Exhale, left hand to right shoulder, right hand underneath to left shoulder. Give yourself a hug. Inhale, release. Exhale, cross, squeeze, and inhale, release. Exhale, hug, eagle arms. Flow with your breath. One more. And we're gonna hug and maybe rock and breathe. 3 big breaths. You're doing a good job. You deserve a hug. And release. All right. We're now gonna go into stretching the fascia in the front of the forearms right here. And we're gonna start by just resting. This is gentle, this is somatic. We're gonna rest that left hand on the knee. And we're gonna take our right hand and we're gonna firmly dig and rub until we feel heat, almost burning heat. Keep breathing, don't hold your breath. Warming up and releasing that fascia. All right, now bring your arm outstretched. Take your right hand on top and start to gently pull those fingers back. And take 3 big breaths. You can move if that feels good, or you can hold still. Sometimes people who have problems like rheumatoid arthritis, a little movement feels really good. It helps keep the joints from becoming inflamed. And release. Now I want to show you a little before and after. I want you to try that with the right hand before you warm it up. Oh, that feels stiff, that hurts. We want no pain. Bring that right hand to your knee and firmly, you're pressing as you rub. This reminds me of an old wrestling move. My dad we'd watch wrestling with Andre the Giant, and he would do the little wrestling moves on us in a fun way. This reminds me of one of them, but I want it to burn, okay? Just like that wrestling move. Feel almost like irritated, like you can't take it anymore. Release. Feel the heat. And now let's try that. Oh, how much easier is that? 3 big breaths. This stretch will go all the way up into the shoulders and neck. And release. All right, now we're gonna do some shoulder rolls. And as we do this, I want you to feel the intentionality of bringing your shoulders up, back, down, and forward. It's not complete circles. They're a little squared off circles, if that makes sense. And just keep breathing. This should not go into pain. And then we're gonna reverse. This is is our last one for our upper body. We're about to move into the lower body. Again, this could be done in a chair, which I'll show you on another video, but do it wherever feels right to you. And then we're gonna bring those shoulders back one more time. We're gonna bring our arms to the floor behind us. Squeeze the shoulders together. Gently lift your chest and your chin if it doesn't hurt. Take 3 breaths. Bring your arms out to the side, palms up. Now this time I want you to not just pull your shoulders down, but I want you to pull your shoulder blades down for 3 breaths. Maybe your chest lifts slightly, maybe your chin. And release, and just feel, move. Maybe that fluid cat-cow, maybe stirring the pot. Just really experience all of this range of motion. All right, now we're gonna go to the lower body. So we're gonna start by sitting in staff. Again, if this is uncomfortable, lean against the back, a wall, or in a chair, you're just gonna sit on the edge of your chair and bring your heels out to the floor in front of you. All right, now, if I'm rounded, this isn't gonna work. So a little way to fix that is get that pillow or folded up blanket and sit on it. That will elevate your hips, which will enable your back to sit up straight. It's amazing. All right, and now you can just bring your hands to the side. You can gently lean against the wall. And on the inhale, we're gonna point our toes forward as far as we can. And on the exhale, we're gonna bring our toes in towards our shins as far as we can. Now let's flow with the nostril breathing, or pursed lips, or throat ujjayi breathing. Don't elevate your breath. Keep it at a slow pace. This is where the nostril breathing or pursed lips comes in handy. Making it as slow as we comfortably can. That's part of the somatic. Yoga is the breath. And then we're gonna bring those toes in towards the shins. If your heels can lift up off the floor, go ahead and do so for 3 breaths. Keep your neck loose, you've worked hard on that. And then we're gonna point our toes towards the floor as much as we can for 3 breaths. And then we're just gonna bring our toes towards the ceiling. And I want you to just notice as you lean forward, the backs, the hamstrings opening up. You can bend your knees here, bringing your fingers to your toes, bending your elbows and folding. And then inhale, we straighten the legs, we come up, we bring the arms overhead. Exhale, we bend the knees and we slide and hinge forward, bowing. Inhale and exhale. Bend those knees as you bend. Inhale, straighten and lift. And exhale, swoosh forward. We're stretching out the back. Two more. One more. And back up. All right. And now we're gonna come onto our backs. Feel free to use that blanket to support your head if you need to. We're gonna bend our knees. We're gonna bring our arms out wide and inhale. As you exhale, let both knees drop to the right and look to the left. Inhale, center with your head and your knees. Let's do that same side. Exhale, knees to the right, head to the left. Inhale, center. Continue moving with your breath in the same exact direction, same side. 2 more. Bringing the knees to the right and the head to the left. 1 more, and we're gonna hold this. As you turn to the left, keep your eyes open and bring your gaze all the way to the right. Hold that for 3 slow breaths. Keep your eyes open, bringing your eyeballs all the way to the far right. Breathe. Slowly relax your eyeballs, bring your head back in the center. And let's go to the other side. Exhale, knees to the left, head to the right. Flow with the breath in the same direction. Knees to the left, head to the right. Slowly with the breath, slowing it down, emptying out completely each time. 2 more. Knees and neck moving each time. 1 more. And this one we're going to hold. We're going to turn our head to the right. Open your eyeballs and turn your gaze to the far left. Hold that for 3 breaths. Slow breaths. Might be 4 for you. Slowly exhaling. Another breath. Keep gazing to the left. 1 more. Gaze in the center, head in the center, knees in the center. All right. We are now going to hug in our knees for some asana, somatic flow. Bring your fingertips to your knees. They're not going to grab because they're going to be sliding. And then I want you to draw a small circle on the ceiling in one direction with the breath. So it will look like inhaling, hugging your knees towards you, exhaling, pushing them away from you. See how my fingertips are just lightly brushing. And I want you to do tiny circles moving with your breath. This is going to work your lower back. Feel the lower back. You might even hear some cracks. Keep your fingers softly sliding. And now we're going to make the circle a little bigger. Not quite full big circles, medium. This is going to be more in the mid-back. Feel where you're stretching, feel where you're massaging. You might hear some cracks and releases. Ooh, that feels good. Wish you could hear those cracks. So satisfying. And now we're getting bigger and bigger. We're working our way up to the upper back and the shoulders. Wind to the windmill. Your breath is moving your body. Ooh. And back in the center, hug it in. Let's take that reset nervous system breath, cleansing in the nose. Let out an audible sigh. And again. And let's reverse now. Tiny circles with the breath. The knees the fingertips are just brushing across the knees and the thighs. But they are in contact with the legs. One more small circle. Working our way up to a medium circle with the breath. Feel your mid-back, maybe the sides of your back. You may not have as many cracks on this side because you've already done a lot the first time around. And now really big circles getting into the neck and shoulders and the upper back. It's like one big circle on the ceiling, not two circles with both knees. And hug it in. Bring your arms out, bring your feet to the floor, feet together, knees out. This is reclined cobbler. On the inhale, we're going to slowly come to our feet and bring our knees together and squeeze. And then on the exhale, let your knees fall, let your feet come back together like they're clapping. Inhale, bring together, squeeze those thighs. Exhale, let them release all the way down and continue. Few more. Let the knees fall and release. One more. And let them hang and breathe. If this hurts, use support under your knees or under your back. Let out an audible sigh. Bring your feet about hip distance, knees bent. And on the inhale, you're going to squeeze the glutes gently to lift as high as you can. And on the exhale, you're rounding back down and arching the back. And then squeezing to lift. Exhale, relaxing to lower. These are somatic bridges at the bottom. Feel a little back bend lifting off the floor. And then press it into the back and then lift, rounding into a back bend. Feel the spine. Feel the way the glutes, the butt muscles, and the spine work together. Let's continue. Two more. One more. All right, and now we're going to bring our butt down. Take a cleansing breath. And we're going to do pelvic tilt. So you're going to lift your back off the floor on the inhale, but not your buttocks. And on the exhale, you're going to press your back into the floor. And just continue those pelvic tilts with the breath. It's like a minuscule bridge when you press your back into the floor, a slight lifting of the buttocks barely. All right, and now we're going to do a little before we get into our pigeon pose. I want you to keep your left foot on the floor, bring your right foot into that figure 4 on your left thigh. And I just want you to lift up your left foot and just see how much range of motion you have in your hip. Feel tightness, feel discomfort, whatever's happening in that right hip, and lower it down. And we're gonna do some somatic muscle activation now. We're gonna take our right hand or right fist, and we're gonna firmly hold it against the inner knee. Flex your right toes in if your knee hurts, otherwise keep it relaxed. On the inhale, you're gonna push your knee into your hand as firmly as you can. Exhale, slowly release. Just don't pop it out. Let's do that a few more times. You might feel your lower back releasing, your piriformis, your hip. Might hear a little pop. As long as it doesn't hurt, that's okay, that's good. If this is hurting your wrist, you can do a fist. Although I feel like a hand works better. If you have short arms, just put something here between your hand and your leg. But press into that hand as firmly as you can. And continue 3 more times with the breath. And 1 more. And then we're going to do that after and feel if you've increased that range of motion. And we're going to switch sides. Left foot comes in figure 4, flexing the foot if you have a bad knee. Lift up that right knee, feel and note. Take note where you feel tightness or discomfort. Lower that back down. Inhale, firm hand, press into it with the inner knee. Exhale, slowly release, don't pop out. And just flow with your breath. Slow inhale. And even slower exhale to release. Slow, long exhales continue. The breath is a huge part of somatic yoga. You can use nostril breathing to slow it down, in and out. Or pursed lip on the way out. Or ujjayi throat breathing if that's in your practice. Any of the 3 work. Let's do 2 more. Firmly pressing into the hand, resisting with the hands. And then do that after. Test your range of motion. And then we're going to inhale. We're going to, with bent knees, just kind of widen our legs. And then exhale, come into that figure 4, but then cross your right leg over your left leg. Bring your left foot to the floor. Squeeze your thighs together and release. Squeeze on the inhale. Exhale, release. Continue. And legs come back up, bent knees. Exhale like you're going to cross your leg. Foot comes down and squeeze. And release. You might feel this in your outer hips and your inner thighs, which work hand in hand. Inner thighs squeezing, stretching the outer thighs, outer hips, sorry. All right, we're gonna roll to our right side. And we're gonna stretch our arms out, hands touching. Inhale onto your back, exhale, roll to your left side. And just flow with your breath. Next time you're on your right side, take a deep inhale, exhale, bring your left arm to the ceiling and then over to the left side. Maybe the left shoulder comes down to the floor, don't force it. Inhale, bringing your hands back together. Exhale, so we're just twisting the upper body, which is the opposite of the twisting we were doing earlier. You can even do this seated in a chair. Just imagine there's a chair under my buttocks and you can see the exact motion I'm doing. And then we're gonna release it this time and hold it. If this hurts your legs, you can separate your legs. You can put that blanket between your knees. This should feel good. And then we're gonna go over to the other side. And inhale, bring that right arm out. Exhale, onto your side, hands coming together. And just flow with your breath. Again, that blanket between your knees can help with any back discomfort, if you have it. Inhaling, opening, exhaling, coming to your side, and let's go out and hold that. Feel your ribs breathing. Roll back to your side, and then into the center. You can place that blanket underneath your hips. Let your arms come out. Let your feet come towards the ceiling. These are soft. And let's start to just shake out and loosen up the feet and the legs. And just keep breathing. And then add in the arms and hands. Let's let out some audible sighs. And again. And then just kind of relax into this. And then just let your body fall. Or you can bring your feet up onto a chair or the couch. Bringing your feet above your heart brings you into parasympathetic. And we're going to lay here. Just let your breath release through your mouth. And let it go back to normal. We're going to take our hands behind the back of our neck and give a nice deep massage at the base of the skull and the top of the neck. And just get in there and release it. And then bring your neck into neutral. Your chin and face are parallel with the ceiling. And just start to rub out the temples and work your way down into the jaw, the clenching, crunching muscles of the jaw. And then down into the jaw, release your jaw down. Release your tongue from the roof of your mouth and let it hang like a dog's tongue. Eyes are soft or closed. Arms take up space. Shoulders release. Lower back releases. Belly soft. Knees and or legs are wide. Let everything go. And just feel your breath rising and falling in the belly. No force of the breath, no control. Just feel. You can pause and stay here as long as you want. Or you can start to move your ankles and your wrists. You can hug in your knees, rocking and rolling to your side to sit up. And I just want to thank you for joining me today. Notice how you feel in your body. Come back anytime you need a total body reset. And inhale, palms come together. Exhale to your hearts. Namaste. Thank you, and please come back anytime. Have a great day.